Well, good afternoon. My name is Willie Lawson, and this is the Liberty Newscast Midday Edition. It's a beautiful day. So much, in fact, we decided to go outside. We're outside out on the porch at the Space Production Studios. We've been having some technical difficulty. So what we're doing is we're not doing this show live. We're doing this show pre-recorded, and I hope you enjoy it. I know it will be informative. On the LibertyNews.com site right this very minute is an article by my friend Jimmy Beast Jr. It's about Obamacare. It's about the Affordable Care Act and the Patient Protection Act. The idea of this is that this is supposed to be some panacea of healthcare providing that will revolutionize healthcare in this world. Well, there is a revolution going on, but not to the degree that you believe it is. According to this article, this whole idea of taking over 1/6 of the economy for this supposed healthcare benefit is enough to destroy jobs for a long, long time and keep this economy in a second world state. Here's the truth about it. Because of the choking regulations of this bill, any number of employers that have over 50 employees will have to provide at least what the Obamacare is providing is a bronze level of health care. And we've talked about this before here on the show, and we're talking about $30,000 per employee. Most small businesses can't afford that. So what they'll do is get rid of their health care plan, and everyone will be shifted to the Affordable Care Act. Because the fine is a lot less than the cost of healthcare. The problem with this also is it's more than a double-edged sword. It's a quadruple-edged sword. Is that some of the due to the regulations, some of the healthcare providers, they too will not be able to provide the level of care or the level of healthcare for their own employees, and they will have to lay people off. The other side of that is because of regulations and the like, they will have to cut costs due to the lack or the slowing down of federal reimbursement. The Affordable Care Act, or also known as Obamacare, over the next 10 years plans to strip $716 billion away from Medicare. So with hospitals and hospices and other rehabilitation firms already struggling with low federal reimbursement, with that already happening, they'll have to cut costs, and that means laying people off. That means that, yes, if you get to see a healthcare professional, it might take a long time to do. Interesting, kind of like it is in Canada, kind of like it is in everywhere else there's socialized medicine. It's kind of like a failure there, and it will be a failure here. Strapping the economy, pushing down the level of care, and the alacrity of availability of care. It was sold on this whole pretense that you'd be able to keep, if you had insurance. The president said you'd be able to keep the insurance you had and nothing would change for you. Well, the fact of the matter is that the estimated loss of employer coverage after full implementation, according to the Congressional Budget Office, is 11 million people. CMS Office of the Actuary says that the estimated loss of employer coverage after full implementation will be 14 million. The Lewin Group says 17.2 million, and the American Action Forum says 35 million people will be pushed off the healthcare plan that they're on now onto the government plan. So this whole idea that this Affordable Care Act will be this panacea is an incredible lie. And if you want to know more about it, here's what you do. Go to LibertyNews.com. You got that? LibertyNews.com. And it's right there on the front page. You can't miss it. It's an article by a great contributor, Jimmy Bice, to LibertyNews.com. Listen, we've got a story coming out of Florida right now. Lieutenant Governor Jennifer Carroll has resigned. She has quit, among some internet cafe probe. Now, if you don't know what an internet cafe obviously is where people go who don't have access to the internet at home, or a library and the like, and they purchase some time to sit and peruse the internet. Here in Florida, some of these internet cafes are also places where people can go onto internet sites that offer what they call sweepstakes. And a lot of the sheriff's departments have closed down some of those. We have found through some of our sources that Jennifer Carroll was involved in a PR firm that represents some of those companies, and while she was in the Florida legislature, even put forth a bill that would benefit some internet cafes. This is right from TBO.com. Florida Lieutenant Governor Jennifer Carroll has announced her resignation Wednesday, a day after she was questioned by authorities investigating an internet cafe company that she once represented. Carroll's resignation letter to Governor Rick Scott, dated Tuesday, offered no details about the reason for leaving, but Scott's Chief of Staff Adam Hollingsworth said that she was interviewed by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement Tuesday regarding her work with Allied Veterans of the World. She resigned to ensure that her ties to the company would not be a distraction for the administration. She said Carroll, a Navy veteran who owned a public relations firm that represented Allied veterans, operated internet cafes and purchased software from International Internet Technologies. While serving as a member of a state lawmaker, Carroll's ties to the companies were also questioned when she proposed a bill that would benefit internet cafes. Right now, former Lieutenant Governor Carroll has no comment as of Wednesday, so we will see how that works out. It's kind of a bombshell here in Florida. Lieutenant Governor Carroll is the first black woman at that high of an elected position here in the state of Florida, and she was the only female Republican serving in the state legislature when she was serving out of Jacksonville, Florida. So we will see how that transpires. All right, folks, thank you for coming to the Liberty News Midday Edition. My name is Willie Lawson. We will see you in just a little bit. Remember, just like always, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, take care of yourself. My name is Willie Lawson, and we will see you when we see you.